My name's Robert Patton from Ballycarry and Carrickfergus. We're currently milking about 110 cows on two Lely Astronaut A5 robots, and we have a Vector feed system in as well. I work part-time on the farm. I have another business, Old Mill Salary, where I spend most of my time. My son, who's 17 now, is very involved in the farm as well. He's still at school, but that was part of the reason we went in the dairy, that he wants to farm in the future. I'm lucky to have Chelsea here as well, who looks after the farm on a daily basis. Once we decided to go into dairy, we fairly quickly made a decision that we were going to go down the robot route. There's some other good robots out there, but Lely for me was the one that really stood out and had fantastic backup. We started milking on the 22nd of April this year. I had never milked a cow in my life, and we were starting two robots. We were starting the Vector all on the same day. The cows came from a parlour, and they actually came very quickly. The first 4 cows in it was pretty hard getting them in, all the new equipment, the new floors, everything. The cows didn't want to know them, but as they began to get their smells into the robots, but honestly within 10 days I would say 85% of the cows were getting in on their own. The shed design was really important for us, and for me it was, I wanted a very healthy environment for the cow and a very natural environment. So we put on the clear roof system, which I'm super pleased with. The cows, it's like being outside, only they're inside. There's great airflow through the shed, and I think the flow is very important for the robots. We've lots of space around the robots and lots of light there around the robots, and I do feel that made startup a lot easier.
So I worked with the cows previously for a number of years in a conventional parlour, and you could just tell by looking at them that they're in a more relaxed environment. It would take you about 2 or 3 hours to milk each day, well, in the morning and 2 or 3 hours in the afternoon. So the difference with freedom and time is absolutely amazing. Like, you can spend a lot more time looking at the health of the cows and the data that you get from the astronauts and onto the computer. And the same with feeding, your Vector just works away.
The Vector actually, above anything else, was probably the biggest payback. You know, when I started looking at numbers, and for me the biggest thing was man hours. I mean, I had worked it out, we were going to take 25 man hours, you know, a week to do the feeding. Cows are fed regularly, fed fresh feed, and basically every 3 or 4 days I put silage into the kitchen, and that's the feeding done. Since we started, I've probably had 3 alarms in the middle of the night, and 2 of them were self-inflicted. I thought the feed would last longer in the kitchen when I went to bed, and the cows had all ate at 5 in the morning. I've learned the hard way that, you know, have to make sure there's enough silage in. I do really like the Horizon software. You know, we've a screen here which tells us our daily production, our production per cow, our average milkings. It gives you a warning if there's a cow that's overdue milking. We'll look at the health report, or the udder health is very important. You know, one that we use a lot is the cows and their calving dates, and you know, when they're due to calve, and are they in lactation, are they open. But it is a very useful tool. I suppose in summary, the main benefits of the robots and the Vector is that we spend less time doing manual tasks, and we've more time to spend on health benefits for the cows. Me and Chelsea will come up into the office and we'll plan, you know, what bulls we're going to use in cows, what cows we're going to dry off, and we've more time to do that now.